Hello and happy Saturday to each and every one of you. It's Jalen Martinez, aka the Suburban Grower. And you guys, this is my current situation. I have all of my citrus lined up out here. It should be no surprise at this point. For those of you who have been following for a while, this is the south side of my house. So I just wanted to maximize every bit of sunlight that these guys can get. I'm just going ahead and starting with each and every citrus that I have. This is all except for one. I have one little Meyer Lemon that's upstairs, but I just wanted to introduce each and every one of them to you all, just to recap how many we actually have in pots. Well, some of them are in the ground, but it's kind of hard to see because there's so many. But here's our Meyer Lemon. This one is actually in the ground. It's doing phenomenal. Phenomenal is an understatement. It's doing really good. I actually came over here and seen that we have some scale that is trying to come out, and I just totally demolished that one. But some scale that were on some leaves. That's why I always say make sure you check your plants all the time. I have been struggling to remember which Mandarin variety this is. I know it's not a Cedo, I know it's not a Miho. It'll come to me when I'm not thinking about it. However, it has done absolutely amazing. Let me show you guys. Look at how shallow these roots are. I mean, they're coming up to feet, and I literally just put some dirt on top, but look at that mulch and all of this good stuff in here. So it's really happy. And I just wanted, like I said, to maximize the sun exposure so these guys really can, do good and make sure they're not struggling through the wintertime. As we move along, you'll see some of the pots and some of the plants that I'm talking about. This is the Awari Satsuma. Came out here, put some dirt on top of this stuff so we can start breaking this stuff down, because it does look kind of messy. But here's our only Awari Satsuma. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have let this one fruit, but definitely want to taste this fruit, see what the hype is about. This is the Calamundan that Dad bought me. This is the little second one that it was so small, man. I almost thought it was just another part of the tree. But I cannot wait for this one to go ahead and start flowering, because they produce often. So we really can't wait for that one. Meyer Lemon. This is what I was talking about as far as those deficiencies and whatnot. But another thing that we also want to do, this is the time to go ahead and start pruning your citrus. The days are going to get shorter. Right now, I think we're at, if I'm not mistaken, about 8 hours or so, probably dwindling down to about 7.5 hours of sunlight. Eventually we'll get somewhere to around 6 to 5.5. So you definitely want to go ahead and do any major cuts while we have the sun, while we have this little bit of heat. I leave my citrus outside all the way down to about 30. That's pretty much the lowest I'll go. If I see the weather calling for 30, because I don't trust our weathermen and ladies, I'll go ahead and bring them in, because in one video last year, I left Caroline out, and they had it predicted for like 35, and it ended up dropping to like 29. So another thing, like I've mentioned before, it's gonna be just a little bit warmer. And when I say a little bit warmer, I'm talking maybe a degree from down here, because as we all know, cold weather, the cold likes to settle in the lowest place possible. So another reason is with this brick face here, we'll get a little bit more heat exposure as the sun gets ready to go down. And again, I'm talking a few degrees. You all know how you can feel the residual heat coming off of buildings and bricks as well. So just kind of taking advantage of that while we can. Here's my Meyer Lemon that actually fruited this year. And I have really kept it out of the limelight because there's only two 2 full-size lemons. But now that we're starting to get a little cooler, it's really doing well, and it's starting to go ahead and develop those sugars like we like to see. So somewhere between Thanksgiving and my birthday, which is December the 7th, I'll probably go ahead and get those off of there. And these guys can hang on the tree indefinitely. However, with this being this big and it's in a pot, I want to go ahead and, let it get back to normalcy. I'm kind of weird because I enjoy the fruit, yes I do, but at the same time, like I tell you all the time, it's more so about the trees than it is the fruit for me. Here are our Moral Blood Oranges, and I was so worried about this one due to how tore up and broke up it looked, but like I showed in the previous video about a month ago, it's really doing well, and it's coming out at the right time. I'm kind of worried about that it really hasn't hardened off, but if I really just look back at it, I probably should have put this one in a pot because it has such low cold exposure. But I choose pretty much to do what I want to do 95% of the time, and sometimes that isn't the right thing to do. However, moving right along, we have our beautiful Tangelo, and if I just really tell you the honest God truth, I do not like the form that it was in. I ordered it from fastgrowingtrees.com, but it went ahead and rewarded me, gave me a central leader, so now I'm satisfied again because it kind of went out in threes. We got a branch here, we got a branch here, and we have a branch here. So I really more or less was kind of disappointed with the shape, but I can live with it. I'm telling you right now, I cannot wait till this one fruits. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one and get it put in a 25 to 30 gallon pot because I've seen that the Mineola variety really gets big, and that's exactly what this is. So we'll see. Here's my variegated pink lemon, and we're gonna try this again. So you guys, this is what I be talking about. So for those of you who have been following for a while, I cut this baby back to bare knuckles. I mean, maybe had a leaf or two on it. And what I was saying was I wanted to make sure that it was going to be in fruit bearing shape. Now you guys kind of get what I'm saying, because each and every branch on here could support fruit. And that's the end goal. If your trees can't support fruit, or it's gonna put it in some kind of a weird state, just go ahead and prune it. I know it sounds bad. I know we kind of get attached to the look of our trees and stuff like that, but I'm telling you now, it's better to go ahead and get it out the way. I have a pear tree in the backyard right now that I let a branch pretty much grow across the shoot. So just showing you from Caroline, I let a branch grow from here through or against the grain. So, and now it's kind of too late to bother it. So take it from me, go ahead and make those cuts early and often. It's best to cut them when they're this size, so you don't have to cut them when they're this size. And I have pruned Caroline the way that I wanted her. So the only other thing I have to worry about is stuff like this branch trying to grow straight up through here, but that can be easily fixed. All I gotta do is weigh that one down. But here's Caroline. As you can see, she's doing absolutely phenomenal. Like always, I really don't even worry about her no more. As long as I repot it every once in a while and fill this pot with all kinds of good nutrients for her, she is going to do excellent. I'm glad I actually dug off in here because I can feel that it's not as moist as I would like, but look at that. That's some good stuff there. So she's doing happy. We have plenty of fruit. These fruit will probably hang this year until most likely March. I'm probably gonna let them hang till about March and just kind of go from there. But there are absolutely, she's holding plenty of fruit. So I think we even have just a little bit of discoloration coming in. So with citrus, again, the more and more you allow them to be exposed to the cold, the better off they'll do. With that being said, last but not least, we have our beautiful navel orange. And going back to cutting early and often, I did not like the way she was growing. I cut it. I actually painted the tip right here so that nothing could enter there, wood-borne insects or anything like that. And now she has plenty of branches that aren't competing for anything. She's really doing well, and that's absolutely what you love to see. And I just rotate it around. Every once in a while, so these leaves can come out fully and just really enjoy it. So you guys, that's pretty much it. Just one last little walk through Meyer Lemon, our Valencia orange, our pink lemonade, our Mineola Tangelo, our Moral Blood orange, our Meyer Lemon, Calamundan, Awari Satsuma. Man, I cannot think of it, and it's driving me crazy. But it will come to me. I'll go ahead and just link it in the description and call it a day. But last but not least, our baby, our Meyer Lemon that's in the ground. And as you can see, like I said, I just take this stuff. Look at that, oranges. It looks disgusting, true enough. But when I water them, all of this stuff breaks down. So it hasn't failed me yet. So that's the method that I use. But you all have a blessed Saturday. Thank you all for viewing. You guys, please have a blessed one, and please be safe.